You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
All right, I'm here. My name is Gary Parrish. I'm speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio. We're at FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. CJ Hurt's right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you're enjoying the FedEx St. Jude Championship so far. Round 1 out of TPC Southwind. It's in the books. Round 2 is underway. CJ Hurt was out there at Southwind yesterday. We're going to get his thoughts on the first round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship and his experience out at the New Look Golf Course. We're going to do it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. The next segment, about, I don't know, let's call it 20 minutes. Jessica Benson's going to join me. She, of course, is the host. Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Weekdays, 8 a.m., Grind City Media. She'll be in studio in that chair. We're going to do it in the next segment. Finish talking to JB, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, Memphis coach Penny Hardaway met with the media again yesterday while playing golf out at Spring Creek Ranch. He's part of the program. He mentioned he still wants to add more players for next season. I'll give you the exact quote. We'll do that in about 40 minutes. Paul Skenes, terrific again last night. Pirate star, he went 6 innings, allowed 0 runs, struck out 8. He now has lowest ERA in Major League Baseball and is likely headed toward his first Cy Young Award at the age of 23. I'll share some crazy numbers with you. We'll do that in the third segment. Jennifer Lopez was denied entry into a luxury store in Turkey earlier this week, according to a story at Page 6. I'll tell you how she reportedly handled the situation a little later on in the show. Anthony Richardson took a big hit in the Colts preseason opener last night, which served as a reminder on some level of why franchises are, at least some of them, hesitant about using starters in exhibitions. We'll discuss that situation in Indianapolis in just a bit. And Shedeur Sanders, the super famous rookie quarterback for the Browns, he's going to get the start tonight in Cleveland's first preseason game. Apparently, this is controversial for reasons that aren't entirely clear to me. We'll try to make sense of it during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know, then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout. We'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start with the 2025 FedEx St. Jude Championship, because the second round of the 2025 FedEx St. Jude Championship, it is now underway out at TPC Southwind. Your first round leader, Akshay Bhatia, is scheduled to go off at 10:50. He fired an 8 under 62 in Thursday's first round. Again, he gets started today at 1050. He'll be playing with Harry Hall, who is sitting at 6 under. I'll keep you updated on both men as the show progresses. If you're curious right now, Batia still remains atop the leaderboard, but he is now tied with Tommy Fleetwood, who is 1 under through 2. So two-way tie at the top. Fleetwood, Batia at 8 under. After that, it's Bud Colley at 6 under par. World number 1, Scottie Scheffler, he got his second round underway about 35 minutes ago. He started the day at 3 under after a first round 67. Right now, he is, Scottie Scheffler, sitting through, I believe, 2 holes. He is still at 300, so he's even par through the first 2 holes out at TPC Southwind, playing number 3 right now. We'll keep you updated on his round as the show progresses. CJ Hurt, you were out at TPC Southwind for the first round yesterday, so let me start with this question. I know you went to the golf tournament. I saw it on Instagram. Are you a golf fan? In other words, are you a golf fan who went to a golf tournament yesterday, or are you a Memphian who went to a Memphis event yesterday?
Memphian who went to a Memphis event.
Okay, that's perfect. That's what I assumed, but I didn't want to put words in your mouth. Second question, because one of the selling points for the FedEx St. Jude Championship isn't just come see the best golfers in the world, minus, the ones who are on live and the ones who opted out of the tournament. Come see Scottie Scheffler. Come see Xander Schauffele. Come see Justin Thomas. Come see Jordan Spieth. Come see these people that you see on your television every week, not to mention in Happy Gilmore 2 and, a new Apple TV Plus comedy that was rating number 1 on that streaming service. Their selling point is also, even if you don't care about any of that, don't care about golf at all, you can come to TPC Southwind and have a good time. It's cool if you know Scottie Scheffler, but you don't have to. You can come out here, socialize, have a good time, enjoy the event, and the golf, the actual stuff taking place, can be totally secondary. You'll have a good time, even if you don't recognize what's going on or even watch what's going on. As somebody who was out there yesterday, do you co-sign that sentiment?
Yeah. Yeah, every single year. It's one of those events that come along in Memphis, one of those annual events. It was like, okay, I look forward to it. I can't wait to get out there and do it. And I know very, very, very little about golf. I know you want to put it in the hole and as few strokes as possible.
That's right.
And that's it. And even if you don't have access to some of the fancier tents, just being out there on the golf course is beautiful. I thought about you. I almost took my shoes off yesterday.
It feels good.
That grass, my feet touch the grass. It's like, oh my gosh, this grass feels great. Now, I'm the type of person who I'll sit on my porch or sit on my back patio on a Saturday all day.
Right.
So I enjoy being outside. I like following the golfers. Any chance I get to see the best in the world do whatever it is that they do, I'm going to enjoy it. And then when you get tired, you can find the Birdies and Bubbles area on 14. Just sit down right there, rest, watch all the golfers come through. You don't have to move. You get to watch them. They all come to you. And then if there's a birdie, you go get you a $5 beer, right? And that was the other thing. It's like, okay, they're going to bust my head in with the prices of stuff. But the chicken tenders, like $14 for chicken tenders and fries, which is great.
I mean, honestly, you go to Zaxby's, you're going to pay something like that these days.
$14.
Yeah.
The bottled water was like $2. Right. So you could go out there with, $20, $30 and make it all day long from start to finish and have yourself a pretty good time. At least I could. It was great.
I think all of that is spot on and perfect. And where you started, I think matters. It's just pretty. Yeah. It's just a beautiful, golf courses, particularly nice ones, are just beautiful places to be. There's this, Cat Williams is doing some analyst work.
I did not know that.
On this tournament. Yeah, no, Cat Williams, if you do.
That's incredible.
There's a secondary streaming option, a more casual option for golf fans if you want it. I would tell you exactly what it is, except I don't know and I don't want to be wrong. But you could just Google Cat Williams FESJC. I'm certain it'll pop up. But he's providing commentary on this because he's a golfer. He's a golf fan. And he also has ties to Memphis. I don't want to speak incorrectly, so I don't want to say things like, and he has a residence here, or that he lives here sometimes, or lives here all the time, because I don't know exactly what's true. I just know that he is here a lot, and particularly in the Olive Branch area, Because I've had like friends who have been like, yo, I just bumped into Cat Williams at the Kroger in Olive Branch. Like there's some connection between Cat Williams and Memphis. And I'm sure that played a role in him being on this streaming service and providing analysis for the tournament in, you know, all the brilliant ways that he can, because he's one of my favorite like people in that world, in the sense that he's not just funny, he's also smart. Like those are my two favorite types of people. I love smart people and I love funny people. And so my absolute favorite people are often people who are both smart and funny. Like Dave Chappelle is my favorite comedian. Why? Because he's hilarious, but also because he's brilliant. I like smart, funny people. And Cat Williams he falls under that umbrella of somebody who I feel like if you said, hey, man, just spend the next 10 minutes making me laugh, he could spend the next 10 minutes making me laugh. And if I said, all right, stop. Now just spend the next 10 minutes being really smart and teaching me something, he could spend the next 10 minutes being really smart and teach me something. Like Shannon Sharp probably should have listened to him a little better than he did. You know?
Yeah.
So I love Cat Williams. He's providing commentary on the tournament. If you can find it, I'm sure it'll be enjoyable.
ESPN Plus PGA Tour Live.
Perfect. Okay. There's this clip of Cat Williams on a golf course from recent years. And somebody was just asking him, like, why do you love golf? Why do you love being out here? Which is a pretty basic question. Yeah. I just thought he had the best answer. He said, in some order, he was like, first off, it's just look around. Like, this is beautiful. Like, you're out here in nature. Like, you're in the trees and you're in the grass and there's some water and you can hear the birds. And, you know, I can drink out here. I can smoke out here. I can play around with my friends out here. It's just like, I love the whole experience. It's not just about hitting a ball. It's about the entire experience of being on a golf course. And the thing that he sort of drilled down on as much as anything else was just like, you're outside and it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's nice to be outside when it's beautiful. My wife does not play golf and doesn't go with me often, but we were on vacation last year and I was going to the golf course and she was like, hey, this seems like a nice golf course and it's up in the mountains and I'm just going to go with you and ride around. Perfect. So, you know, we get the golf cart, we load up a cooler of drinks and she was just like, I should do this more often because it's just like amazing views, birds chirping, just really beautiful. And so that's the other thing. Like TPC Southwind is a beautiful golf course with some beautiful holes. And obviously it's pristine right now because, you know, all 18 greens were redone and there's been some different changes out there. And golfers haven't really been on the course since, you know, December, January. So it is in pristine condition. And I think that plays a role. You don't have to be a golf fan to just go out there and appreciate this is nice and this is pretty and this is beautiful. And I'm glad you got to experience that. Beyond that, it's just, you know, if you're a people watcher, there's people everywhere.
And the community component of it, I ran into 2 or 3 people who I hadn't seen in forever.
That was my favorite thing about going last year and the year before and basically every year. The truth is, when I was younger, I was out and about. Like, I was in the bars and in the restaurants and, you know, I always had something going on. And now I just don't do that anymore. I don't live my life like that. Like, I come here and I go home. If you're going to see me, it's probably going to be at my kid's school, one of my kids' practices or games, at the airport, at the golf course. The idea that I'm just going to be bouncing around. And so I don't really see people. I don't bump into people very often. Yeah. And yet at the golf course every year I have those experiences. I see somebody I haven't seen in a long time. It's just always good to catch up. I enjoy that. I don't even know who I'm going to see when I go out there this weekend that I haven't seen in a while, but I know it's going to be somebody.
It'll be somebody.
And it'll be a nice interaction. And then we'll do that thing like, hey, yeah, call me sometime. We'll get together.
Yeah, we'll get together.
Never see him again. All right. But we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll say it. Hey, yeah, you should come. Like, text me. We'll get a tea time.
Yeah.
Never text. But we'll say it. So all of that, I think, just makes it a really fun event. And I do think it's true. It's not one of those selling points that I roll my eyes at. I think it's probably cooler if you have a real appreciation for golf and the golfers to go out and attend a golf tournament. But I don't think you have to have that. I think you can just go and have a good time with very little context for what's going on. And this isn't unique to this golf tournament. It's not unique to golf. You know, I'm not really a tennis fan, but I've been to the U.S. Open, and I can tell you, you can have a great time at the U.S. Open with little regard for what's happening on the courts. Just like walk around, grab drinks, look around. This is cool. There's Serena. Like, I had that experience. I didn't really care about what was happening. Just had a great time at at the tennis tournament. When I was in high school, my high school girlfriend's dad lived in Dallas. So we'd go see him every once in a while. There was this one weekend we traveled. I was either in high school or early in college. And it happened to be this weird weekend where in Dallas, I think over a 2-day span, there was a Mavericks home game, a Dallas Stars home game, and a Dallas Cowboys home game.
Wow.
And so we went to an NBA game, an NFL game, and an NHL game all in the same weekend. And like the Stars were playing whoever Wayne Gretzky played for at the time, maybe the Kings. So like saw Wayne Gretzky score a goal, saw Emmitt Smith run for a touchdown. Like all these neat things happen. Here's my point. If you'd asked me before that trip, so GP, what sports do you follow? Baseball. Oh yeah, I love baseball. Football? Man, love football. Can't get enough of that. Basketball? You kidding me? Jordan rules. I love basketball. What about hockey? I don't care about hockey. I don't really watch it. Went to the hockey game. Hand to heart, the most fun hockey game. Like, it was just the most enjoyable. It was just the most fun. It was the coolest of all of them. Like NBA game, we sat through it. NFL game, sat through it. Hockey game, sat through it. Had the most fun at the hockey game. So if people ever try to tell you you don't have to like hockey to enjoy an NHL game, they're right. Yeah. It's true. I lived through that. And I think this golf tournament is a wonderful example of that. Yeah, if you love Scotty Scheffler and you watch every tournament every weekend, this is a blast to have all these guys, in our hometown competing for a big trophy and lots of money. But if you just want to go out and just enjoy the beauty of the course, the beauty of the trees, see the people, have some nice food, have a drink, and then, golf also happens to be happening here, you can do that too. And it's good to hear you were an example of that yesterday. You plan to go back out at all?
I might try and get back out there Saturday. It depends. We got some family stuff popping off. But if I can get back out there Saturday, we'll be back out there Saturday. I'm trying to convince my wife. She is an indoor person.
I understand.
She hates being outside. I might have to pull out the big card, though. I might have to be like, hey, TCBY.
There you go.
She fought me on TCBY. She called it bastard ice cream. Get that bastard ice cream out of here. And it's like, why are you so angry about TCBY? She had it, loved it. And so it's like, I was right that one time. I hold it over her head, but only use it when it's important.
She had an anti-yogurt position.
Very anti-yogurt.
I'm pro-yogurt.
I was trying to explain it to her.
But I'm also pro-ice cream.
You can be pro both.
I'm pro anything cold.
Yeah.
And creamy. I'm scared I'm going to get myself in a weird spot here. But like
cold and creamy is fine.
Yogurt, ice cream, any variation of it, man, put it in front of me.
She would eat yogurt. She wouldn't eat frozen yogurt. She wouldn't do froyo. So I would go into her fridge, and there would be containers of yogurt in the fridge. And it's like, well, if you eat this, why wouldn't you eat the frozen joints? It's like, no, because if I want ice cream, I want real ice cream, not that nonsense at TCBY. It's like, wow, okay.
And you still married her under these circumstances?
I married her because she was willing to give it a try.
Okay.
And once she tried it, she was willing to admit that she had been wrong and a tad bit too aggressive with her stance.
Hold up a second.
And so if I can use that to hold over her head, and we don't have family things, and be like, hey, remember that TCBY thing? I'm telling you, you'll like it out here. And if you don't, as soon as you say, let's go, we'll leave. Scouts honor, right hand up.
Back up a second. You have a wife who will admit when she's wrong?
Absolutely. That's on the way this thing works. We are very, I know I'm wrong all of the time, so I say it all of the time. I create a safe space for her to be like, hey, you know what? You were right, I was wrong that one time. It's like, okay, all right.
They make wives who admit when they're wrong.
They made one. I don't know if they make a whole bunch of them, but I got me one.
Are you willing to let me borrow her?
We're gonna open this thing up. I don't know how that works, Gary.
I would just like to hear those words every once in a while. like I was all right, I was wrong. I just want to hear it. I just don't even know what it sounds like. I'm always the one who's wrong.
Well, yeah, Gary, listen. Now I'm wrong more often than not. But I think it's happened twice this year. She said, hey, you were right about that. I was wrong.
Two times in the same year?
Twice this year. We're 8 months in. I'm trying to get another one. I'm trying to get one more. And this might, going back to the golf, this might be my chance. Because she sat down. We were talking about it this morning. We had the local news on, and they were talking about going out there. She's like, wait, I can watch this at home? Why would I go out there in the heat? It's like, you got to go out there and experience. So this might be 3. If we can get out there Saturday, this might be 3.
All right, I don't want to keep Jess waiting, but we'll have to continue this off air. I got to figure out how you did this. I got to figure this out. I didn't know you could. I didn't know wives said they were wrong sometimes.
Sometimes. Really? Yeah.
Wow. I love froyo, just for the record.
Froyo is good. Is it as good as ice cream? It's comparable. It's close enough.
I'm not trying to start a fight.
Yeah.
But
more than ice cream?
maybe a good froyo if you let me pick my own ingredients.
Yes.
If you let me put my own toppings on.
Okay.
A froyo with some toppings? Come on now. Coconut shavings? Reese's Pieces?
There we go.
What you talking about? I'm going when I get done with this show. I'm going to get froyo today. All right, let's get Jessica Benson in here. Let's talk to her about yogurt. JB's up next.
Going through the draft process the first time, they give you the answers to the test. Like, this is what you need to work on. This is what you do well.
They told you.
Yeah, like they tell you.
Here's what,
they
if
tell
you want to get
exactly.
drafted, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah, they tell you. So it's like, if you're not listening, it'll go right over your head. But for me, I made sure to soak up all information and everything possible so I can give myself the best shot.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
The FedEx St. Jude Championship at TPC Southwind, first of the 3 playoff events.
Watch me take flight. It's a different sight when you take it to this height. And you know this. We them boys step into the wars, ready give me my awards. I got starstruck. I got nothing to lose, so I'm letting it loose. Out here paying my dues. I got starstruck.
The NBA announced their dunk of the year yesterday. It was voted on by the fans, and it went to Ja Morant for his double clutch through Porzingis and Derek White. The call of it was excellent. That game we hung on to for a long time last season, but it was a spectacular dunk.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's Food Truck Friday. You can see it right there. Oh, man. And that's the way Food Truck Friday is supposed to look. Jessica Benson's in studio. She's the host of Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, weekdays 8 a.m., Grind City Media. You consumed Food Truck Friday last Friday.
Kind of.
I took a stand.
I know you did.
I took a stand. Let me tell you my stand. Here's what I thought. First off, let's state the obvious.
Yes.
Food Truck Friday is not a birthright.
No,
in this country.
I respect Food Truck Friday.
I respect Food Truck Friday.
I never want to take
don't take
my
Food Truck
right to Food Truck Friday for granted.
Oh, you can't take any rights for granted these days.
No, they could take them away.
In whenever they want.
Food Truck Friday could go away tomorrow.
Whenever they want. You can't take any rights for granted anymore, okay?
No.
I'm not even sure you have rights anymore.
Yeah, I
mean, you have more than most.
But less today than
you used to.
A few years ago.
But still more than most just based on your appearance.
And I still have Food Truck Friday.
Based on your appearance, you still have more than most, but not as many rights as you used to have.
Yeah. A couple less.
Yeah, a few less. But
who's
counting at this? Who could even count at this point?
Not me.
Who could even keep track? So we don't want to take Food Truck Friday for granted. We don't want to act like it's owed to us.
No.
We don't want to be complainers.
Never.
I think I've stated all that clearly. I hope that's been clear. but I had to take a stand last week,
Right.
and here's why. You see where Food Truck Friday is right now, right? Right out in front of the plaza.
Yes.
That is where
God intended.
That's where God intended
Yeah.
Food Truck Friday to be.
When the FedEx Forum was
Built,
they
yes.
said this plaza
right.
is going to welcome fans for games,
Right.
concerts, events,
That's
and
right.
be a beautiful communal space before you enter this building.
That's right.
And will be utilized for Food Truck Friday.
That's right. The only thing that's 100% needs to happen on this plaza is this way I remember it was, this is what I was told, was we're going to do line dancing and Food Truck Friday. We're going to do line dancing and Food Truck Friday. They do some line dancing out there. You've seen that. You've seen that with your own eyes. All right. So that's where Food Truck Friday is supposed to be.
There's wrestling.
Sometimes we'll put a wrestling ring out there.
Yeah.
I'm not against a wrestling ring.
It's a multi-purpose space.
But
one of the purposes is Food Truck Friday. Right.
Last week, as you know, they moved Food Truck Friday to the north side of FedEx Forum.
As our audiences all well know.
Right.
It's been documented.
And is it a big deal? No. It's a few more steps. I think you put it at about 100 yards extra.
Sure.
It's just a kickoff return extra. It's a kickoff return extra.
Yeah.
And so I had this. I was like, okay, it's no big deal. I believe it's temporary, but I don't know it. But I believe it.
Yeah.
No big deal. But then I was like, if they can move this to the alley on the north side of FedEx Forum, and then we all just walk to the alley like little sheep, at what point?
So you made a difference.
You look up next week, they'll have this shit on Union. Look up in 2 weeks, you'll be walking down close to Bar Dog to enjoy Food Truck Friday.
I'll make us go all the way to the river.
You're going to be in Court Square trying to enjoy.
My God. It'll just be the food trucks on Thursday from Court Square carrying over till Friday.
Fast forward a year, we walk into Bass Pro to get Food Truck Friday.
You're right. This was important.
You're trying to get a chicken on a stick at Bass Pro.
Yeah.
All right? And I was like, no, you got to cut this off right here.
Somebody has to be for the people.
You have to cut this off right here. You have to show them. Like, we're not just going to keep moving the food trucks north. All right? I know how this works. It's just like Netflix. Well, will these people pay $15.99 a month? Yeah, of course they will. Okay, let's see if they'll pay $17.99 a month. Okay, let's see if they'll walk to Poplar for a Food Truck Friday.
God.
This is the way it works. And so I took a stand quietly.
Yeah.
I took a stand.
Most stands are done quietly. Most effective stands. They look back, they say, he was so quiet about it.
That's right. I was just quiet about it.
Effective.
Now I'm not so quiet about it.
Yeah.
Because I want people to know I took a stand for the people. Because it worked. Because it was effective.
Yeah.
I took a stand. I feel like they recognized what was happening. And now Food Truck Friday is back where God intended it to be. I'm looking forward to this.
I can't wait.
I had a sweet moment the other day. So I brought Louie up here.
Yeah.
And he said, Dad, can I come back to the studio someday? And I said, of course, bud. I like it when you're up here. We don't want to make it too much of a habit, but I do like you coming up here and getting to see the place and hang out with Jessica and CJ and Roser and Devin and Vernon and steal Darby's candy and put $20 in the vending machine, because that costs me $20 in the vending machine every time he's up here. And I said, so of course, like I like spending this time with you. He said, can I ever pick the day that I come to the studio?
Now we're getting greedy.
And I said, I guess so, but like, what do you, as long as it doesn't conflict with school or whatever. I was like, well, what do you have in mind? Where are you getting at? And I swear to God, you know what he said?
Food Truck Friday.
I would like to come back on Food Truck Friday. And I said, well, let me get it back in front of the plaza first, buddy.
A legendary day.
Let me get it back in front of the plaza first, and then we'll see what we can do. So I'm fired up. It's back.
He won't have to walk an extra
I feel like
100
my
yards.
stance made a difference in this world.
I think, just to give the full journalistic principle of this, I think it's because we were hosting a teachers event, a back to school event for Shelby County schools at FedEx Forum, and because there were all those people entering the front of the building, they just put it in the back for the day, because there were like hundreds of teachers, maybe thousands.
Could have been thousands.
All right, it was hundreds.
You know,
they were everywhere.
There's a
there's
shortage.
still
you know how much I
300
respect
short.
teachers, right? You know how much I respect teachers. You know how much I respect educators.
Yes.
All right? What prevents them from standing on the north side of FedEx Forum? Give us our plaza back. I respect educators.
They had to part.
I respect educators, but I don't know why they don't respect Food Truck Friday.
That's a good point.
I couldn't figure out why they didn't respect that there are 2 lanes going into the garage. Because I got stuck there for 15 minutes.
I respect educators
I
until
love
they
my
jam up the
teachers.
parking garage.
I love my teachers. Pay our teachers.
You should
Give
pay
our teachers resources.
Yes.
Go donate to whatever teacher's Amazon wish list you can find. They need supplies.
That's right.
There's always expo markers to be bought and pieces of paper. Do you know how expensive paper is these days?
I mean, I assume
It's expensive.
Yeah.
God forbid you want some neon colored paper to make it fun.
Once you slap the tariffs on that, we got real problems.
But now Food Truck Friday's back. So the teachers can teach.
Teachers can teach.
And we can walk 5 feet to free food.
Yeah, I'm happy to walk 5 feet.
I'm really excited. There's a food truck today that I've been dying to try forever.
Put a name on it.
Odds. The Odd Smash Burger truck.
Tell me about it.
They have smash burgers.
I love a smash burger.
I love a smash burger because I actually don't really like a big burger at this point. They hurt my tummy. So a smash burger, for whatever reason, is less meat. And I do
they
like
smash
the,
it, that's
the onion
why.
situation I really enjoy when it's like the caramelized onions on top
Love
and a
that.
little cheese.
You're speaking my language
For whatever
right now.
reason, smash burgers work better for me at the age of 33 than a real person burger.
I'll wait till you get 48. You ain't gonna believe how much you like them.
I'm really excited. I've been chasing this food truck. Obviously not very hard because then I could probably
You could have
find
found it,
and
right?
go.
I mean, yeah.
But I am lazy per the conversation about Food Truck Friday getting moved to the back of the building. Now I can just walk downstairs and it's
It is free.
It's an employee perk.
It's an employee perk.
What if I go down there and they're like, actually, the one thing that's not free on the menu is the smash burger?
Well, then you know what?
No, they wouldn't do that. The good people at Odds. They were here last month when I was in Salt Lake City for Summer League, and we had them on the show because they were doing the 191 summer collab. That was awesome. And I guess they had the truck out here the day that launched. But I wasn't here. So again, it kept eluding me. And now we are in the same place.
This is a big day.
I wasn't planning to have it.
This is a big day.
I've been on my Luka Doncic summer bod diet.
You're trying to get in the best shape of your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a big trip coming up, and there's a lot of food involved in that trip. And I was
Okay.
like, we should probably be very healthy.
Probably starve yourself before you leave.
Yes, exactly.
I got
Thank
you.
you.
I understand that.
I lived in LA. I know how to do it.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah.
You just make yourself throw up every
Yeah,
morning or night. What's better?
All three.
You could. I feel like it's inappropriate to talk about eating disorders with you because I don't know where this conversation is going.
I'm very open. I developed a fun eating disorder.
I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop
continue.
right there before I pick at scabs that don't need to be picked at.
Save it for the book.
Save it for the book.
Save it for the book.
Hey, you went out to TPC Southwind
I sure
yesterday.
did.
I hope you ate well.
I did.
I hope you didn't. I hope you treated your body okay.
I did. I treated it like a temple.
I hope you were healthy.
I walked 15,000 steps.
All right.
So I could do whatever I wanted.
Yes.
But I did go try the Scotty's Chicken Shack chicken fingers.
I
because
saw
felt
you
like I
laying
had
underneath
to.
Scotty Scheffler. I
know.
saw you laying
As one
underneath
does
Scotty
at
Scheffler.
Win at TPC Southwind. You go for the chicken fingers and to lay underneath Scotty
I saw you laying
Scheffler.
underneath Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, they have a nice little photo op. I haven't even seen Happy Gilmore 2. I don't even get the reference. I read about the reference. So
Yeah, he
I
was in jail.
understand.
He was doing time.
And then they gave him a chance to leave.
They
and
said,
he
buddy,
was
you can
like,
make a phone
"What's for
call and get
dinner
out of
tonight?"
here. He was like,
And
nah,
they're
I'd
like,
rather stay for the chicken fingers.
Yeah, which honestly, I could do one night in jail if it was for the best chicken tenders in my
Wouldn't it be
life.
smarter? And I'm not trying to get in the way of the
to
joke.
leave and go buy chicken tenders.
Just like get me out of jail and then let's swing by Chick-fil-A.
Well, also certainly in the U.S. prison system, like the chicken fingers are not top notch. They're not giving
You don't know. Do you know
lemon
that?
pepper
How do you know
chicken
that?
I've watched some documentaries. and
On
it feels
chicken
like
fingers in the prison
on,
system?
like prison. What's the word I'm looking for?
Food.
Food, but conditions.
Prison
conditions.
industrial complex.
Sure, but I was talking like the conditions within prisons, which would include the food, and generally it is slop.
He wasn't in prison though. Jail food
Oh,
is
he was in
different.
jail.
He
Jail
was in
food is
jail.
different?
Oh, yeah.
Jail food is
He
different.
just went to jail.
Yeah, jail and prison are two very different
yeah,
things.
very, very different.
Yeah, they
Okay, well, the jail might have great chicken tenders. I don't know.
could be. I mean, you never know where you can get a great chicken tender.
That's true.
You know?
What's the best chicken finger of your life?
This is weird.
have one?
It just popped into my head.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the restaurant. There just used to be a country restaurant
Okay.
in Walls, Mississippi,
Okay.
on Highway 301. And like I had a little classmate friend who worked there, and we would go there all the time, and they had these incredible chicken fingers and this special like their own little version of honey mustard. And I just remember it. I don't even know if it was great. I remember it being great though.
Yeah.
I remember it being so great that what I just explained to you has not been in my life in 30 years.
Okay.
But it's what popped into my head when you asked me about chicken fingers.
Mine's so embarrassing what pops into my head. I've definitely had better chicken fingers, but growing up, my favorite thing at Red Robin was Clucks and Fries. Have you been to Red Robin?
I've been to a Red Robin. I don't know if I've done a Clucks and Price.
Red Robin was like the spot where I grew up. And then I went to school in LA, and I would tell people that we always did like birthdays at Red Robin. And they're like, did you grow up in the boonies? And I was like, no, it was just Red Robin. Red Robin was by the movie theater. You'd go to Red Robin, you'd go to a movie,
Sure.
or you'd go to Red Robin for a birthday, or you'd go to Red Robin on a snow day in school. Anyway, the Clucks and Fries, but I would get it on the side. They called their buffalo sauce buzz sauce. So you do Clucks and Fries with a side of buzz sauce. And that hot sauce was perfection. And their chicken fingers were always like very crispy on the outside. And they had those great, I like steak fries. I know to each their own. Some people really don't like
I'm not against a steak fry.
But that with a raspberry limeade. Whew,
I just had another one pop
Bottomless.
I just had another one popping in my head. The chicken crispers at Chili's.
oh yeah, the Chili's has,
Buddy.
those are good. I had some chicken crispers after a basketball tournament once, and I like still think about those to this
Buddy,
day.
when I had metabolism.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
See, I never had metabolism, which is why I ended up developing an eating disorder at USC.
I knew
You know?
that's usually the way it happens.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a real? Do you think people with great metabolism appreciate their metabolism?
No, because I have a lot of friends who are now like in the. Some people's metabolism, especially women's metabolism, gets busted after they start having children, and so they've never had to think about what they consume in their life. They've just been naturally skinny their entire lives, and now they're like, "Oh my God, my life is over. Like I can't lose weight. I can't." Which, again, women, these things we go through to bring the miracle of life into the world. But they have said to me, these people have said, I never knew how good I had it when I had the metabolism that I did prior to having children.
Don't you think it's true with all aspects of health?
Yeah.
You never know how good you got it until you don't got it good no more.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why can't we appreciate good things in real time?
I try to now.
I try to now, but I think it's too late.
Like post my little Achilles situation, I will like, this is so stupid, but I will be walking down the street sometimes and I'm like, you're so lucky. Like you're so lucky to be walking right now.
Yeah.
And I really will try to have this internal thing of like a checklist almost. Like, look at how lucky you are that you have 2 feet that work, 2 calves to work, 2 legs that work, your heart works, you're healthy enough to be able to walk a mile. We were walking all over the golf course yesterday. Like there was a time where I had a 6-month period where I couldn't do that.
Like in theory, I'm healthy enough to walk to the north side of FedEx Forum.
You get to make the choice.
I can have that choice.
Yeah.
Have that choice.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, then you get sucked into the realities of life.
I just think if you're out there and you got great metabolism, you should be a little more. You should be a little.
Appreciate it.
You should appreciate it a little bit more.
Do it for those of us who never did.
I kind of did when I like.
Chris did.
Up until about 15.
Chris had it until he was like when I met Chris, he was different metabolism, Chris, and then I just always remember. I'm not trying to blow his spot, but I remember when he moved after he graduated from
Different
Syracuse.
metabolism, Chris is a hell of a nickname.
He was like living on his own for the first time.
My husband used to have different metabolism. Is a wild thing to say out loud.
We just talk about this all the time because he realized when he lived by himself before we lived together, he was eating like baked potatoes and pasta. Like that was a steady diet of baked potatoes and pasta. And he probably gained like, 10 pounds after graduating from college. And he just had this big realization. He was like, oh, I can't just eat whatever I want. And we've talked about it. And I was like, I could never eat whatever I wanted. Like ever. Like from the time I hit like 5th grade.
I could
was
when I
thinking
was a
about
kid.
what I was eating. So I've always been so jealous. And a lot of boys have it for like way longer than women do.
When I was a kid, I was skinny. Like not in good shape.
Yeah.
Just skinny. From 0 to like literally from 0. I was too much premature. I was like skinny from the jump. I was like 2 pounds from
You were
the jump.
a skinny baby.
I was a skinny baby.
Oh.
I was too much premature. You know what they told my mother? You know what they told my mother?
What?
They said, you need to be patient because he might not learn he could have problems.
Look at you now.
Now look at me. I never know when I tell that story. I never know how that's going to be interpreted. There's 2 totally different ways to interpret
could say,
that.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
Does that hurt
someone
your
could say,
feelings?
oh, wow, that to go from that to like, look at all these things you've done. That's amazing. And somebody else could be like, yeah, I see it. Right? Either way, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Either way, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was skinny from the jump.
Yeah.
And then I played sports year round, like soccer, baseball. I was in something 12 months a year for the most part. And then my junior year of high school, I tore my ACL in baseball season.
And for the first time in my life, since I'm 4, I'm not active anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just not playing soccer or playing baseball or playing anything.
Oh my God, it makes the biggest difference.
And I never stopped eating the way I ate.
Yeah.
And when I came back for my senior year of baseball, I was just like noticeably heavier. I wasn't fat, but I was like, I bet I put on 15
You had a
pounds.
different body.
I had a different body.
But that's the thing. Like when I quit basketball I quit going into my sophomore year of high school. And that was the first time that like I recognized that I'd already had a bad metabolism. I don't even, that's not an official thing, but I just felt like I had a bad metabolism. And then I stopped having basketball practice. So I was doing dance, which just isn't the same level of cardio. And I was playing golf, which isn't the same level of cardio. And even being active regularly, not having organized sport, you are baking in a lot of lost calories, muscle, just by running up and down the court.
100%.
And taking that out of your system was like a very jarring experience in high school. I remember at one point I was like, I hope I get mono so I can lose the weight that I put on by quitting basketball. Like, how gross is that from a teenage girl standpoint?
But that is things that people, that's not
Those are
unique
things
to
that
you.
think,
That,
oh, no,
that
no,
pops
that
in
was like
people's
a
head.
common
Yeah.
experience. There was one girl in my high school who got mono and she came back and she like was the hottest girl in school.
Yes. Then everybody was trying to French kiss her.
She popped up on my TikTok
The other
day, and I
the
told
other
Chris
girls
the
were trying to
story.
make out with her, like, please give me mono. Please kiss me.
We can all help each other.
We can
in
all
this
pass. We
situation.
can pass mono around the school.
What a wild experience of life.
Anyway, those chicken crispers at Chili's, boy.
Those
with
were
the
good.
with the Southwestern egg rolls, also the triple dipper. Like you get the combo.
Every once in a while, like it was fine. I went decades without having chicken crispers. I just realized, like that's over for me. Like I used to go to Chili's. Like my roommate bartended at Chili's. We'd go sit at Chili's and we'd drink beers and eat chicken crispers and whatever happened after that. And I just realized that ain't my life no more. I can't live like that no more. I can't just be popping into Chili's and getting chicken crispers.
But it's also a thing where, like, ever since I've moved here, I go to less and less chain restaurants. So like a Chili's, a Red Robin. I remember we went to Red Robin once when we moved here because I was just so excited to be living in a place with a Red Robin again, and just didn't hit the same because I genuinely love going and finding locally. Not even from I wish I could say it was strictly from an altruistic, like only supporting local businesses, but it just feels better. Like it feels like a better dining experience to go seek something that I can only eat here versus something I can get in every single strip mall in America.
And that's in my head as well. Like in all seriousness, you go to eat at Chili's, you ain't really helping Memphis that much. You go to eat at a locally owned restaurant, you're helping somebody. You're helping keeping them in business or flourish or whatever. And they're generally better.
I even felt a little dirty going to the Scotty's Chicken Shack yesterday at the FedEx St. Jude Championship.
Not so dirty that you wouldn't lay down underneath that, man, because I saw the picture.
And I got the lemon pepper chicken tenders, and they were delicious. But there's so many local options. Like Smackers is out there this year, which I recently went to, and it's great. Even Torchy's has a local location. Torchy's is a national brand. Like they have a Memphis franchise, and they are out at the golf tournament. There's the Andrew Michael.
Andy Michael got their stuff.
Yeah, and they have a chicken sandwich out there. There's what barbecue commissaries out there.
And by the way,
nachos
are Andy and Michael's
sandwich.
stuff? I don't mean to interrupt. Is Andy and Michael's stuff over there by 14 again?
Great area. We talked about
Like
this
a great
earlier.
area. We hung out there. I think
That should be.
that's a great
seek
hangout
that area
out
out.
because Andy and Michael got their stuff.
Shade.
There's shade.
Chairs. Tons
You
of
can
chairs
see
this year.
everybody on 14. That's the hardest par 3 out there. It feels like there's another hole you can turn to and see.
Yeah.
And then there's also a big television, like big screen. You can watch it on TV. That's a great hangout spot.
And this year on 14, they are, if you get a bird, if a golfer gets a birdie, they're slashing drink prices for 5 minutes. So a little timer comes up on that big screen, and you have 5 minutes, and all beers are $5. Like that's a great gimmick.
That's right.
I think talking to like Joe Tomac out there, the executive director of the golf tournament, and looking at some of the efforts that they've done to like continue to hyper localize from a food experience, and trying to attract as many people locally as possible, but also this idea that golf tournaments can be party-like atmospheres, and not everything has to be the waste management, which is debauchery on 100. But there is an emphasis on like this is a place to go eat, drink, have fun with your friends. People get so caught up in the golf element of it, and when you think golf, you think kind of stuffy. You're in a polo, you're in khakis, a little golf clap, but that's not what this is. Like it's just hanging out with your friends.
If you
People aren't
want to
being
watch the golf,
disruptive,
I don't even know if they would want me saying this, but it's true. If you want to watch the golf tournament, turn on the television. That's the best way to watch the golf tournament. If you want to experience the golf tournament, go. But understand, and this can be a positive, if you want it to be a positive, for people who don't care about the golf. The golf can all be secondary.
Yeah.
The golf can be background.
It's an event.
The golf, you're just like hanging out, having drinks, chilling with your friends, seeing old friends, and then it's like, oh, hey, look, Justin Thomas is teeing off right here, and okay, that was cool. Now back to that's the way you spend the day.
Yes.
And then you look up and it's over.
Yeah.
But that's the way you spend the day. That's the way you should spend the day. So
I got home yesterday and I had no idea who was.
That's
leading.
right.
I was like, oh, I should probably look at the leaderboard.
Yeah. Like I think the best way to do it is go out there on a Thursday or a Friday or a Saturday. Maybe go out there early on a Sunday but then settle in front of a TV and watch
Sunday's
it.
fun. I think being there on Sunday. We're going Saturday this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like we made the choice between Saturday and Sunday, and we're going Saturday so that we can really just go have what we're talking about right now.
That's
have
right.
a good time, see our friends, drink, be merry, not have to worry about turning it to work because I get bad Sunday scaries. Like
In terms of the show the next day?
Yes.
I don't.
Like I start getting in my head where I'm like, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? Especially in the summer.
Right.
Football season's easy. I'm watching football anyway. It carries over. But I'm like, I have 2 hours to fill on Monday. What am I going to do? And if I drink, that gets amplified. So anyway, it's just safer for me to go on a Saturday than a Sunday. But in the past, I've loved going to the tournament on Sundays because if it comes down to the wire and you are able to get space on the 18th green, of which it's open to the public.
Right.
I mean, you can get as close as long as you want to sit out there. You could sit out there all day and have a front row seat to the end. And when it comes down to the final golfers coming through, and it really is a matter of like, okay, if he birdies this, he's going to win it, or he needs a par to tie it and send it to a playoff. That's fun. I think that's the most fun actual golf experience.
We were there a few years ago on
the Aberg.
Was that the playoff?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was cool.
So fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We weren't there for the Zalatoris Sepp Straka one.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was flying on that one.
That's who was with Scotty Scheffler yesterday.
Yeah, Sepp Straka.
Yeah.
I was
my Swedish brethren.
I was flying through that, but yeah, I like watching the end of it
on TV.
I think it's just easier to keep up with.
Yeah.
It's just easier to keep up with. Let me put a bow on this chicken crispers thing.
Before I go get my smash burger?
Yes.
Can't wait.
I love smash burgers. Just broadly
It'll be
speaking.
waiting for you.
I'm going to get one.
Yes.
They put I stopped thinking I'm capable of eating chicken crispers, and then combine it with, should I really just be walking into a Chili's when I could walk into, a more locally.
Even a Huey's.
A Huey's, right. Perfect.
They have good chicken tenders.
There you
That's
go.
why I bring
All
them
right.
up.
But then they put a Chili's in the airport.
Oh, yeah, they do have a Chili's in the airport.
And sometimes I'll be
yeah,
getting
but
off that
sometimes I
plane.
want Chick-fil-A. Same mentality.
Sometimes I stop.
At the Chili's in the airport?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does it still taste good?
God damn. I love them so much, man.
There's
They're so
something
good.
really sad about a Chili's in the airport.
I just sit there by myself, and one day I was just like, you know what?
You could go to the Grizzlies bar.
Yeah.
I bet they have chicken tenders.
I know, but I just decided.
A tender and a crisper are different.
I think I just decided.
Yeah, but an airport crisper.
A crisper and a tender are different things, Jessica. Calm down.
Aware.
Calm down. All
I'm
right?
aware.
Very different things. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna act like I'm 19 again. I'm walking in this Chili's. I'm gonna act like I'm 19. And I walked in there and I ordered the chicken crispers and the Southwest egg rolls.
There you said that pairing.
And I couldn't finish it. There's no way I could finish it, but I just wanted to taste both those things. I just wanted to taste both those things.
I get it.
Then she was like, I said, I'm through. She was like, you want me to box it up? I was like,
That's
no,
the
I don't
key.
need that. I just wanted to
If you can
taste both
order
of these things. That's all I wanted to do.
Yes, order something and toss I hate wasting food, but that's what you have to do at this age. You cannot eat the whole thing. We're in America. The portions are insane.
They make fun of me like at the broadcast center because we have catered meals every night.
Yeah.
And I never feel like I can eat a whole dessert.
Oh yeah.
Or that I should eat a whole dessert.
Yeah.
But I want to taste it.
Yeah.
So I will take like a New York. I'll take a cheesecake.
Okay.
And I'll get a slice of cheesecake and I'll take a little bite and then I'll throw the rest away.
Listen, I know
And I'm like,
ethically it's not
and people
good,
are like,
but
you're
I
just
do the
throwing
same
that away?
thing.
I'm like, if somebody wants it, I'm happy to give it to them.
Yeah.
I didn't think that's the way we're doing things up here. If somebody wants, I don't want to throw it away. I just don't want to eat the whole thing. So what do you want me to do? You mean leave it out? What do you want me to do?
Yes.
I take one bite. I just like the taste stuff.
Yeah. That's the key.
I think that's
The
the
problem
key.
is if you're eating the whole thing.
How
'Cause
you-
you're in a position
how
where
you
you
feel
get,
about how
you
you
get
feel
free food.
how you feel about taking a bite of cheesecake, or cheesesteak, any of
Okay.
it,
Please don't ever do that again.
and then spit it out.
I went through that phase.
You went
It's a
through that-
waste. Don't do it.
You had that
If you're
phase?
out there, don't do it. That's
Yeah, but
horrible.
Spitting out your desserts.
It's like really bad for your teeth too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But it's good for your belly.
That's what they say. That's what they say. Oh God, I forgot about that. That was like a trend for a while. Some celebrity said that they did that, and then a bunch of girls. This is how it works for girls.
Yeah.
You used to read, someone in 17 magazine would be like, I chew my food 30 times and then I spit it out and then I never actually digest it and I get the taste of it. And the next thing you know, you're drinking a spicy lemonade that's supposed to like cleanse you and you're chewing your food 30 times and spitting out and you're like, what am I doing with my life? And then we were forced to watch the Degrassi eating disorder episode in health class and we were like, oh, we could die.
You could die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't die.
I'm glad too.
Through all of that.
Yeah. I wasn't ever close.
Yeah, but just.
I was never committed enough.
Yeah, it sounds
Sorry,
like
that's a bad joke.
sounds like you weren't serious
Bad
enough.
joke,
Sounds
bad
like you
joke.
weren't. Sounds like you weren't
Bad
serious
joke.
enough about it. Sounds like you were. Sounds like you're a little half-assed with this
Yeah,
eating
you know,
disorder.
It's tough time.
Like how far were you willing to take it?
Oh, you don't want to know.
All right. Well,
Let me
hey.
go get my smash burger in peace.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you.
I want you to have your smash burger. I want you to
Thank
report
you.
back in the Algeria Strong group
Okay.
text. Let us know how the smash burger is.
Well, I have to have a separate. Bennon's not here. I'm not gonna ruin Bennon's vacation.
Me,
but
you, and CJ have our own little group text.
That's true. It doesn't have a name.
Let's name it. What should we name it?
It can be nothing as good as Algeria Strong.
I feel like we were maybe a little premature on that one.
I don't. I remain committed. I stand with Algerian
We'll name
boxing.
our group text Chicken Crispers.
Okay, fine.
How about that? We'll name
Okay.
it Chicken Crispers.
Okay.
You report back about the smash burgers.
Okay.
And make sure they know if they ever try to move them north to FedEx Forum again, we'll take another stand. And
We're
then
the meat. We control the message over here. I just.
it's fine. It's fine.
Flying over
It's
there.
fine. I spit sometimes too.
Okay.
All right. And then tomorrow I'll see you
Yeah.
out at TPC Southwind.
Yeah.
And we'll eat something heavy.
Okay.
Let's just
in the heat. That's my favorite.
Let's eat
place
something
to
heavy in the
something
heat
heavy.
just to prove to ourselves that we're comfortable.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know what? You eat something heavy.
You remember what the doctor told my mom when I was a baby?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see why there's the two reactions to the.
You don't really know what you're doing. All right, hey, report back.
Hey, thanks.
In the
Can I go
chicken,
get my smash burger? I want to be first in line.
Is that important to you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
want to get out of here.
I just want to go. I'm tired of talking to you. All right. Go get your smash burger. Report back in the Chicken Crispers group text.
Okay.
All right.
on.
All right. That's Jessica Benson. She'll be back in studio 8:00 on Monday as long as she survives the weekend.
Daunting. Dark.
I mean, you always have to. You never know.
Just in case.
You never know.
It's true.
You never know.
Don't die before college football starts, please.
Oh, that'd be so sad. If I died before this vacation, too, I'd be so disappointed.
Tomorrow is not promised. I saw that on Instagram.
That's what they say.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So I didn't want to promise people you'd be here on Monday. You never know.
Live every day.
I was like, as long as
Gary's gonna proclaim your death.
As long as she survives the weekend, she'll be here on Monday. Yeah. I think that's an accurate way to put it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, report back,
Okay.
and we'll see you on Monday.
Okay, bye.
You know, as long as things go all right.
Okay.
We come back. Penny Hardaway went with the media again yesterday. He was out at Spring Creek Ranch in the celebrity program connected to the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Said he still wants to add a couple of players to the roster. I'll give you the full quote. We'll do it next. Gary Parrish Show presented by Ortho South.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the third time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning into HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Coach Thorpe, to his credit, also taught me, like, just simplify your game. Like, it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to do all the up and under stuff. Like, he always talks about getting to the second box. My biggest thing is just do what I can to make the right play. It doesn't, if it ends up in a shot, it does. If it ends up in a pass to an assist, it does. Shooting 72% is credit to, I guess the work I put in and my coach is helping me.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays and the evenings and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Penny Hardaway, Memphis basketball coach, was out at Spring Creek Ranch yesterday competing in the FedEx St. Jude Championship Pro-Am and met with the media for the second straight day. And on this day decided to address questions about the roster makeup and was specifically asked if he planned to add any more players in advance of the 2025-26 season. And he actually said his hope is to do so. He would like to add, quote, a couple of bigs. CJ, do you have any idea where you're supposed to find a couple of bigs at in the middle of August?
It seems like they're fresh out. I would think. I feel like finding big season is sometime right after March, May, June, maybe July. August feels like a little late.
We'll see.
Okay.
But yeah,
is the portal opening again?
At this point, you'd have to be looking internationally.
Okay.
You'd have to get real creative.
Okay.
Real creative. And so, as Jason Munz points out in the article over at commercialappeal.com, they're very light in the front court. In terms of like traditional bigs with traditional big size, it's Aaron Bradshaw, and there's nobody else. Mm-hmm. Now, the good news is you're not getting ready to play in the Big Ten or the SEC or the ACC or the Big 12, where you're going to be going up against, in some cases, NBA-level bigs, but in almost all cases, like legitimate high major size. Like, you don't have to play Michigan State twice and Florida twice. You're playing East Carolina and UT San Antonio. And honestly, like when I talk to people in the Big Ten, when I was at Peach Jam, I was talking to various Big Ten coaches, and I would ask them about Aaron Bradshaw. And they would say all the things you would expect. Immensely talented, former 5-star prospect. Started his career at Kentucky, transferred to Ohio State, now transferred to Memphis. But he spent 2 years at the power conference level, and he's just been okay. And it's got very little to do with ability. Some of it is mindset, focus, just, man, it's time to go. But one of the things I consistently heard from Big Ten coaches about Aaron Bradshaw was he's going to benefit from playing in the American.
Okay.
And that's not a shot at him. They didn't mean it necessarily as a shot, just that he is physically talented enough where if he wants to go to the NBA, he's going to have to change some things about his approach and focus and all of that. If he ever wants to be what it is people thought he could be coming out of high school.
But if he just wants to dominate the American Athletic Conference, he can maybe do that as is, just because he's going to be the most talented guy in the league, perhaps by far. So the good news for Memphis is that while playing in the American Conference, you don't need to have the type of front court that you're going to need to have if you're in the SEC or the Big Ten. But even according to Penny Hardaway, he needs more than he's got. And they have a whole staff working on it. But I can just tell you, on August 8th, with classes, most programs already having guys in summer classes, fall classes either already starting or about to start. Like, this is a hard place in the calendar. Not to find bodies. I mean, I bet you can go find somebody 7 feet tall who'll be on your roster if you want them to. But at this point in the calendar, are you going to find somebody who can actually help you be a better basketball team next season? I'm skeptical of that. I'm skeptical that that guy is out there to be grabbed at this point in the calendar. But Penny did say yesterday that that's what he wants and that's what he thinks he needs. And so they got a staff working on it.
And I mean, maybe that's all they want now is another body or two, because if the kid is going to be projected as dominant as he's projected to be in this conference, maybe you just need somebody just in case one of those college basketball things happens. He picks up 3 fouls in the first 8 minutes of a game. He has to sit down, and you don't want to be running around out there with guards and small forwards. You just need somebody to come in every now and then and play a solid 10, 12 minutes.
Find you somebody 6'11", 240 who can set a screen and get a rebound. And maybe. But I know, just interesting to hear Penny say, I would like to add multiple bigs to the roster and like the season starts. Like, it's right around the corner. Yeah. This is pretty late in the calendar. I don't even know where you find usable bigs on August 8th in advance of the next season, but they're looking for them, so hopefully they'll find them.
Number 2.
Paul Skenes, Pirates star, was terrific again last night. Went 6 innings, allowed 0 runs, struck out 8 in a 7-0 victory over the Cincinnati Reds. It was the 4th straight game for Paul Skenes at home inside PNC Park in Pittsburgh, in which he pitched at least 5 scoreless innings, struck out at least 5 hitters, and allowed fewer than 2 walks. And he is only the 2nd Major League Baseball pitcher to do that since 1901.
Gosh.
So I saw one tweet last night, and they didn't back it with the data, but the sentiment feels true. And the tweet was, guys, we've never seen anything like this. And whether that's technically true or not, the sentiment is pretty honest, because this guy is burst onto the scene with all of the expectations and has, I think, exceeded any reasonable expectations you could have for quite literally any young pitcher ever. He's in possession right now of the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball. He's likely headed toward his first Cy Young Award in just his 2nd year in the league. And he's only 23 years old. On the season right now, he has started 24 games. He has 162 strikeouts in 144 innings, only 34 walks. The ERA, best in Major League Baseball, is at 1.94. He's first in Major League Baseball in ERA, 2nd among pitchers in wins above replacement, as long as you don't include Shohei. Tied for 2nd in Major League Baseball in quality starts, 4th in Major League Baseball in walks and hits allowed per innings pitch, and tied for 5th in Major League Baseball in strikeouts. 24 starts this season, again, 1.94 ERA. Last season made 23 starts, 1.96 ERA. So through 47 career starts at the age of 23, Paul Skenes has a 1.95 ERA, 332 strikeouts, only 66 walks. He also started the All-Star game for the National League last year and this year. He is the first pitcher in the history of the sport to ever start the All-Star game in back-to-back seasons, when they also happen to be his first 2 seasons in the major leagues. So this is a generational talent. This is a guy who is on path to go down as one of the greatest pitchers who's ever lived. And there's some data that supports, like, on path to be the greatest who's ever done it. Now, with pitchers, these things, careers can be derailed like that. Mm-hmm. It's just an elbow, a shoulder, a muscle. They can go sideways quickly. But through this moment, this guy's been everything you're supposed to be. Player of the year in college, national championship in college, number 1 pick in the draft, blew through the minor leagues, get to the big leagues, overwhelming everybody. He can reasonably be called the best pitcher in the world right now, and he's only 23 years old. Think about if you could reasonably call somebody in the NBA in their second year the best in the world.
Yeah.
Like, we will get there, we all assume, with Victor Wembanyama at some point, but nobody in year 2 was calling Wemby the best player in the world. Paul Skenes can reasonably be called the best pitcher in the world in year 2 at the age of 23. So what's going to be interesting is to see what Pittsburgh does from here. Because they have him under contract through 2029. And they're going to have to go through arbitration. And it's already clear in most people's minds he's going to set the records for arbitration numbers. What that means is in baseball, before you reach unrestricted free agency, you go through what they call arbitration. You put an arbitrator in front of you. And the team says, we think we should pay this guy this. And the player says, we think we should get paid this because of A, B, and C. And you basically argue, and there's like an arbitrator, and they say, well, okay, here's what we think. It should be $8 million. Like, so the player says, I think I deserve $11 million next year. And the team says, well, we think you only deserve $7 million. And then you argue it out, and the arbitrator says, we think it's $8 million. You're going to make $8 million next year. We're done here. His are going to be like 25, 30. They will set records. So there's no urgency to get this done. But reportedly, the Pirates are ready to start contract negotiations with him. They can sign him to an extension after this season, and they would like to get a long-term deal done. The question becomes, what does that long-term deal even look like? And can you convince somebody this talented to commit long-term to a franchise where you've shown no interest whatsoever in actually spending money around him to create a winning baseball team? The Pirates' payroll this season is $83.8 million. The entire payroll. Shohei makes $70 by himself with the Dodgers. The Pirates' entire payroll is $83.8. It ranks 27th out of 30 franchises in Major League Baseball. For some context here, the Dodgers are first, $340 million. The Mets are second, $339 million. The Pirates are 27th at $84 million. I mean, the Mets and Dodgers are outspending them basically by like 5 times. So there's a little bit of a chicken egg argument here. The owner of the Pirates, a guy named Bob Nutting, and what I'm confident he would tell you is that I can't spend $300 million, $250 million, even $200 million on a payroll because I can't make it back. And what the fans will tell you is you can't make money in any sort of meaningful way running this baseball franchise, but it's because of the way you run it. You don't spend money because you think you can't make it back. What we think is you can't make the money back because you don't spend it, so we don't come. And it's just a vicious cycle. And at some point, it doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. It just matters that here's Pittsburgh, this great American city, great baseball town, builds a beautiful stadium, but the owner's only going to put $80 million into the payroll. You can't be good doing that. So at some point, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong about the argument. It just means that you're spending $80 million on a baseball team. It's never good, and it's just you'll end up losing Paul Skenes. So if I'm the owner, what I think I would do in this moment, because this is a unique moment that most owners never find themselves in, which is you have drafted and developed Patrick Mahomes. You have drafted and developed LeBron James. Most franchises never get the opportunity to like live in this moment. You have control over a generational talent. What do you do with it? I think if I'm Bob Nutting at this point, here's what I do. I hold a very public press conference after this season. Very public. I want to say all this on camera, and I'm speaking to my fans as much as I'm speaking to anybody else, but I'm speaking to everybody. And I'm going to say I've owned this franchise and been in control of this franchise for nearly 2 decades now. Obviously, we haven't had the success that I would have liked, that I know you guys want. And I take responsibility for a lot of that, if not all of it, right? Ultimately, I'm the guy who runs this thing, and it hasn't been run well. Now, what I would try to tell you guys, and what I've tried to explain to anybody who would listen for the past 2 decades is that we're not the Dodgers, and we're not the Yankees, and we're not the Mets, and we're not the Cubs. And I would love to spend similarly to them, but I've just never been able to do it because I see the books, and I just know if I spend $250 million on a baseball franchise's salary, annual salary, at least this is what I believe, I am going to lose tens of millions of dollars, if not more, every single year. And yes, I am wealthy, but most business owners are not in the business of running businesses at a deficit. All right? So that would be my argument. I know some of you disagree with me. And we've been having this argument for nearly 2 decades in the city. I turn on talk radio. I hear what they say about me. He won't spend. He's a bad owner. Well, I would say I could counter that with, look at my attendance numbers. Like, look at my local television deal. I'm not a bad owner. I'm a sensible owner trying to make the numbers work, trying not to lose tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars every year. So we've been having that argument. And at this point, I don't know that you're going to change my mind or I'm going to change yours. But I'm tired of this argument. And so here's what we're going to do. I am committing right now. I'm telling you, perhaps this stuff should be kept behind closed doors, but I don't want it to be. I'm telling you the truth. We're going to try to make Paul Skenes the highest paid pitcher in Major League Baseball history. We're going to try to make him that. And I am going to be committed starting next year. You can go look at the franchise's salaries, 1 through 30. We're going to be in the top 10. I'm telling you that. We're going to spin. We're going to get in the top 10. Right now, that's about $220 million. I'm telling you, if I had a $220 million payroll on this season, I would lose hundreds of millions of dollars. All right? I'm telling you that. You're telling me if I invested in the product, you guys would show up and support it, and this would all be better. So let's see. Let's see. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. If Paul Skenes doesn't want to be here, I will keep trying to convince him that he should be. But just know if he ever leaves us or refuses to sign a contract, he will be turning down the wealthiest, most lucrative contract in the history of Major League Baseball for a full-time starting pitcher. That's what we're offering him. And I'm also promising him we will spend around him. Am I going to go up to 350 like the Dodgers? Maybe not. But I'll get to 220 like the Cubs. And then we'll have an answer to this question. We won't have to keep going in circles anymore. If I lose millions and millions and millions of dollars after spending this much on payroll, then it is proof that I can't spend this much on payroll because I can't make it back. But if I spend it and then we make it back, well, then maybe, just maybe, we'll find out that if I invest, you guys will invest too. This community will invest. And it's not just the fans. It's the local businesses. We need everybody. But I'm going to do my part. I'm going to put my money in front of this thing, and let's see what happens. And see if your fan base, if that resonates with them. I just think doing what they're doing, this cycle of nonsense, is just forever just deflating for the franchise, for the city. And keep in mind, this is the same franchise, the Pittsburgh Pirates, who once had Barry Bonds. Mm-hmm. And they watched him walk out the door because they couldn't afford to keep him. Imagine being a Pittsburgh sports fan, and it might be true one day what I'm about to tell you. You had in your franchise, drafted him, the greatest hitter of all time and the greatest pitcher of all time. And you kept neither of them right in their primes because you said you couldn't afford them. Now, let's try something different.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what they'll do, but that's what I would do. I would try to flip the script. Let's get public with it. Let's put the money on the table. And because what is the point of owning a professional sports franchise if everybody in your city just hates you? Yeah. Like, you get billions of dollars, and then you use the billions of dollars to buy something that's just going to make people hate you when you don't run it enthusiastically. That's just not the way I would want to live. I would rather, if I'm a billionaire, lose money in a short time span just to prove a point, if that's what I had to do to prove a point. These people, all these people who are fans of the franchise I own, say I'm so awful at this because I won't spend money. I've already told you why I don't spend money. But let's see what happens when I do. At least I'll die knowing I tried. What I'm scared of is that I'm going to spend $200 million, $250 on a payroll, and I'm not going to be able to make it back. That's what I'm afraid of. But at least I'll know that, and I can always hold it up in your face if I need to. Hey, I tried back in 2026, 27, 28. I tried. I offered Skenes the biggest contract, offered to put us top 10 in payrolls, and and it was a money loser, hand over fist. Stadium was still empty every night. I tried. You guys show me, gave me your answer. Now we're back to doing what we were doing. I'd rather deal with that than continue in this cycle of spending $80 million a year on payroll, having a bad baseball team, and then watching a generational talent go join the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Mets or the Cubs or whatever, Red Sox. Do it this way. I don't know if they will, but if I were consulting the Pirates organization, I would say this is the place where you need to make a stand with your fans. You need to put the responsibility back on them. All right, I'm going to do my part. Now let's see if everybody else will do their part. Because just watching them continue down this path and then him walk out the door, that seems just, I don't know that I'd want to put another city's baseball fans through something like that, particularly when you combine it with all the other examples of stuff like that throughout the history of the franchise.
Adding to that is like, if you give a mouse a cookie, the mouse is going to want milk and then carry on to want crayons and paper and all the jazz that comes with giving mice cookies. That's why I don't give them cookies. If you draft a player like Skenes, one of these once-in-a-generation type guy, what's the point of drafting him if you're not going to pay him to keep him? And then if you're going to pay him to keep him, what's the point of paying him to keep him if you're not going to put the pieces around him?
I think just making Skenes like the highest paid pitcher in the world and then having the entire rest of the team make $70 million, that's no good. A, you won't have a good baseball team. B, he won't agree to that. Right. He's not going to, I don't believe he will agree to spend his life losing, his whole career just losing. Like, you can win Cy Young's losing games. Like, his record's like 9-6. Like, you know, DeGrom's record with the Mets when he won back-to-back Cy Youngs or 2 Cy Youngs, the records were bad. You can lose games as a pitcher and still get all the accolades, but you can't get the World Series. Mm-hmm. You can't get in the postseason. So if you don't agree, it's a two-step thing. You got to agree to pay him and pay other people. If you just say, Paul, we got this money for you, but we don't have it for the rest of the roster, well, he's just like, I'll go somewhere else. I'll go somewhere where they have money for me and money for Juan Soto and money for Mookie Betts and money for Freddie Freeman and money for Francisco Lindor. So you got to do both. But this is where I would try to do both. I would at least make it clear publicly it is my intent to increase payroll, pay Paul Skenes, and not watch a generational talent walk out of the door.
Number 3.
Jennifer Lopez. She's been in Turkey, Istanbul to be exact. And she went shopping in a high-end part of Istanbul earlier this week. Tried to go into a Chanel store. And do you know what they did to Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the block?
What?
They denied her entry.
In a Chanel store?
In a Chanel store. She walked up. There's witnesses that saw the whole thing. She walks up. She's just trying to go in the Chanel store the way you or anybody else try to go in the Chanel store. And they were like, excuse me? She was like, yes, I'm just trying to go inside. And they were like, not right now. What do you think she did? How do you think she reportedly responded?
Do you know who the F I am?
She didn't say that.
She didn't.
Mm-mm. You know what she said?
What?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
What?
And she walked to, because like this is the part of Istanbul where, you know, if you're in Las Vegas, you'll see this. You're on Fifth Avenue in New York. It's like there's Chanel, there's Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
There's Birkin. There's like whatever.
Yeah.
All these luxury stores are just boom, 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 boom. They're right next to each other. So Jennifer Lopez was like, reportedly, okay, that's fine. Have a good day. And she walks away. Some people inside the store, some other employees recognize, like, yo, that's Jennifer Lopez. What did you do, buddy? And he's like, I don't know who it was. And they literally chase her down the street and are like, Miss Lopez, please come back. We're so sorry. Of course you're welcome in our store. And she said, no, that's fine. I'm okay. And she went to like the store right next door and spent like $40,000.
Big bank move.
That's exactly the way you handle it. You don't throw a fit. You don't say, do you know who I am? Because that comes across the wrong way, even if you were put in a weird situation. You know what you do? You smile and you go next door and you spend $40,000. That's exactly how you do it.
Is that what happened in Pretty Woman?
It's a similar thing.
Okay.
Like the headline that I saw at page 6, it was like they quoted Pretty Woman because it was like big mistake. It's the exact same thing. But wouldn't, if you look at, not to judge Julia Roberts in the 80s, but if you looked at Jennifer Lopez yesterday, doesn't she just look wealthy?
I'd have to see what she had on, but I've never seen Jennifer Lopez look anything other than
If I
wealthy.
saw Jennifer Lopez walking down the street, I would just assume
Like, oh, that's somebody different.
That's somebody
by.
different.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the other thing. If you ever see those super famous, super good-looking people, they look different. They don't even look like real people. It's like, oh wow, this is like, they look like they belong in a different place than the rest of us. Yeah. And I feel like I've never seen Jennifer Lopez in person, but I feel like I feel like you wouldn't have to know that's Jennifer Lopez to assume that's somebody different. So I can't even wrap my head around the idea why you would step in the way of her trying to come into your store.
Just step in the way into not J-Lo. Good gosh, that man had to be fired. And it was a man. I know it was a man. He had to be fired. You had to let him go.
I believe it was a man. And it's a big mistake. Like, on the very basic, first off, you look like an idiot. Secondly, you really did cost your employer like
40 G's.
And it might have been 70. Like, but at that point, like, she could spend whatever she wants in there.
Yeah.
And it's just a big mistake.
I get into those stores. I've been in New York. Hawaii's got Honolulu, I think, has a little strip. I've been in those stores, and nobody has stopped me.
That's right.
And I am this.
You're right.
Right? Is that what we do in Istanbul? Is there a bouncer out front? Like, no, those shoes ain't going to get you in, player. Like, I don't understand why.
I wonder if there is
what the rule is for keeping somebody out.
I wonder if there is a racist component to it. Like, we don't think of people being racist against Jennifer Lopez, do we? Do we think of that? I don't know. Maybe in the year 2025 we do.
I mean, I'm sure when she lands, ICE will show up and make sure that she's supposed to be over here legally.
It's probably not Jennifer Lopez as much as it's some of her relatives that are probably sweating it out a little bit, given the way the world's being run these days. But maybe it's just like maybe it's just like I don't know. I don't know how people in Turkey feel about Jennifer Lopez. I don't know I never even looked into it. But I mean, there's got to be. Why would you not let? Because you're exactly right.
Anybody in?
I walk in, like, I don't walk in these stores, but sometimes when my wife's with me and I'm shopping with her, like, she'll walk in these stores and I'm obligated to follow her. And we never had a problem walking into Chanel or Louis Vuitton. And like, I dress like this 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And so why would you stop Jennifer Lopez?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Big mistake.
Whoever he was, listen.
It's a big mistake.
Big.
They made a big mistake.
Number 4.
NFL preseason continued last night. I guess the big headline, Anthony Richardson took a hit and dislocated his pinky. And this is why I guess some people say you shouldn't be playing your starters in preseason games, because there was the Colts QB1. Oh, buddy, he took a big hit.
Is Anthony Richardson a starter? Let me rephrase it. Is Anthony Richardson good enough to be a starter?
Well, like 2 years ago, they thought he was.
No, they drafted him, but like, okay.
He got hit hard, buddy.
That was his fault, I think.
The most of the football analysts I've seen break down that play, there's questions about why didn't the back pick up the blitzer, but also, like, there's two hot guys here. You got to get rid of the ball. His eyes just weren't in the right direction. Like, it seems clear that he did not. Other people probably didn't do their job well, but he also did not do his job. He's responsible for getting popped like that.
And it looks like the line shifts away from where the two hot guys are coming. So it's like, did you not notice that they were
He's looking over here the whole time.
Yeah.
And your options are here. If you're just trying to dump it out quick, they're over here. And he never even looked that way.
Yeah.
He never even looked that way.
Which is why Anthony Richardson, your starting quarterback, has to play in preseason.
Because that's the other thing. Whether you can make the throws or not, you got to be able to avoid that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to avoid that. You got to see that coming. And he just didn't. I mean,
the only way to see it is to see it. Yeah. And you got to be playing in the preseason to get the experience.
Yeah, he quite literally did not see it. So I don't know if this turns into a big debate about who should and should not play, but he got popped pretty good.
Anthony Richardson should play. Like, that dude should be out there playing in the preseason. You can earn the right to not play in preseason.
He hasn't done that.
Oh, God, no. He's earned the right to play constantly in preseason. He's missing stuff like that. The Bengals are playing their starters on offense because they don't want to start slow anymore. Right. So I'm supportive of that. I think the Panthers are going to start their starters on defense. So listen, you got to get these dudes run so that you don't come in sluggish. Is that you only got 16 of these games, 17 games, 17? Yeah, you only got 17 of these games. You mess around and lose 3 or 4 because you just aren't used to the game and the physicality quite yet. And that can put you out of your division, right? So you got to play some dudes.
I guess so. So he takes a hit, dislocated finger, but I guess
is that important? The pinky?
I mean, I'd rather my pinkies be good if I were a quarterback. Okay. I'd rather my pinkies be located. I'd rather
tape them together.
I mean, I'm sure they'll figure it out. I'd rather my pinkies be located than dislocated. I think if I were a quarterback or just a human, I like having my pinkies accessible.
How many fingers you dislocated?
I don't know that I've ever done any.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Have you?
Yeah. I can dislocate them all the time playing basketball.
Basketball. I don't know. I don't remember dislocating a finger. I think I remember breaking a finger at one point. I remember breaking a toe at one point. But I think my little hands have been okay for the most part.
Good.
Yeah. I think both my pinkies are located as opposed to dislocated. I feel good about my pinky situation.
Good.
Yeah.
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up. So hey, get well soon, Anthony Richardson, and keep your head moving a little better, buddy. If you got a fella running from over here, you need to be looking over there. I mean, they ain't ever gonna accuse me of being a football coach, but I know you don't want to have your back turned when a grown man's running at you like that.
No,
that's not what I want to do.
Number 5.
Shedeur Sanders will start the Browns' first preseason game tonight. NFL Network, 6 o'clock kick, and apparently this has turned into a controversy. Help me understand this if you understand this.
I don't and I can't.
Why is Shedeur Sanders starting for the Cleveland Browns? How has that turned into a debate about whether, like, this is a real debate people are having now. Stephen A. Smith, I guess, is the most notable person who chimed in on it because anytime he chimes in on anything, he's the most notable person who chimed in on it. And his position seems to be that Shedeur Sanders is the 4th-string quarterback on the depth chart, hasn't been working with the starters at all, and now they're throwing him out there on NFL Network in prime time, setting him up to fail. Does that make sense to you?
No, this is the first preseason game. Isn't this where we throw those guys out there and say, all right, go play? We just saw Trey Lance do it, didn't we?
This seems like one of those things.
4th-string quarterbacks go out there and they play most of the preseason.
This feels like one of those things, as somebody who's been a part of these shows before, it feels like one of these things where they say, okay, we're talking on TV tomorrow. We need to have a Shedeur Sanders topic because we've got data that suggests those pop on social media. So let's talk about Shedeur Sanders. What can we say about Shedeur Sanders? Anybody got any interesting thoughts on Shedeur Sanders starting for the Browns on Friday night? And it's like, well, I think, somebody says, well, what a great opportunity. And somebody else is like, well, what if they're just setting him up to fail? And it's like, okay, this is perfect. You'll really say you think they're setting him up to fail? Perfect, great. That's A block. And then the argument is this: you're setting him up to fail because he's a 5th-round pick, he's 4th on your depth chart, and now you're going to put him out there with the starters. You're setting him up to fail. The counter argument is, no, we're not setting anybody up to fail. Or, if we're being honest, not giving anybody the opportunity of their lifetime. This is what we're doing. Our QB1 is Joe Flacco. He's 40 years old. We don't think he needs to play and don't think it's smart for him to play. So he's not playing. QB2 and QB3 are both banged up. And so now we're to QB4. That's how we reach this conclusion. Mm-hmm. We're not trying to give Shedeur Sanders a big opportunity. We're not trying to boost NFL Network's ratings. We're just working through our quarterback room. Our QB1's 40. QB2 and QB3 banged up. So QB4 gets the start.
QB1 is a Super Bowl winner who, last time he was here, I do believe got us to the playoffs. So that is a football player who has kind of earned the right to not play in the preseason. We know what we got from him. We don't know what we got from this guy. Let's put him out there and
I just don't even understand. Like, it feels like one of these things where somebody's got to be mad about everything.
Well, Shedeur is that. Like, you wanted me to make sense of it. That's the sense. Shedeur is that. Shedeur, while not the same type of level of superstar as others, he is approaching that. And that is, he's so polarizing because of it. Because of who his father is, because of what he did when he first got to college, because of what he did when he transferred from Jackson State to Colorado, right? Like, people want to love Shedeur or just hate Shedeur, and you can't have any sort of a reasonable, logical conversation about the man.
I just have reached a point where I don't understand why everything has to be a debate. I understand why some things can be a debate, and in certain circumstances, situations, I enjoy the debate. But I don't think everything needs to be a debate. Like, it feels like you just wake up every day and people are arguing about things we shouldn't even be arguing about in some cases. And this feels like one of them. Why are you mad? If you are a Shedeur Sanders fan, why are you mad? There are Shedeur Sanders fans, people who I want Shedeur to be great, who are mad that the Browns are starting him tonight because they have convinced themselves they're trying to set him up for failure. Why would you try to set your rookie quarterback up for failure? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't
racism. Like that's the thing. Racism.
Okay,
like
but here's that. Here's that. What if they decided Shedeur Sanders is not playing tonight?
They'd be mad again.
They'd be mad at that.
There's no way you can appease people.
Okay, right. Here's if the Browns just said Shedeur Sanders, well, he's our fourth-string quarterback. He's not playing tonight. We're trying to get ready for the season. He's our fourth-string quarterback. He's not playing tonight. If they said that, people, the same people who are mad about this would jump on TV and say, some people said he was a first-round talent. Then he slips to the fifth round. Now the Browns won't even put him on the field. Why do people keep stacking the deck against Shedeur Sanders, making this harder than it needs to be? That'd be the conversation. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's starting. You still mad?
Yes.
Okay, so you're mad if we don't play him, and you're mad if we start him.
Yes.
Then you just want to be mad, I think.
Yes, Gary.
That's where we're at.
That's where we are.
That's where we're at.
That's it.
That's where we're at. Like, that's where we're at as a country now.
Yes.
This isn't just a Shedeur Sanders thing. This is why I wanted to talk about this. It's not a Shedeur Sanders thing. It's not a football thing. It's a country thing. We argue about everything. Somebody is mad about every single thing. Shedeur Sanders slipped to the fifth round. I'm mad. Shedeur Sanders is starting tonight. I'm mad. Shedeur Sanders might not play the next preseason game. I'll be mad about that too.
But he might play, Gary.
Whatever. Like,
but you'll be mad about it if he plays again.
I just don't I watch, and I think a lot of this is just online stuff. I don't think it's real life stuff. But just online, people are just mad all day about all sorts of stuff. And it doesn't even matter what the topic is anymore. Somebody will be mad about, you'll have people fired up on both sides, regardless of the topic. Mm-hmm. And this feels like one of those. You're mad when Shedeur Sanders slips to the fifth round. And in this same calendar year, also mad that Shedeur Sanders gets to start an NFL franchise's first preseason game. How can you be mad about both of those things? You're mad when it felt like he was getting slighted. Now you're mad that it feels like he's being given a great opportunity, regardless of why he's been given the opportunity. Like, if you're a fifth round pick and fourth on the depth chart, you know what I would want to do? If I think I'm better than that?
Play.
Put me on the field and let me show you what I can do. You clearly don't believe in what you've seen from my film. You clearly don't believe in what you've seen from practice. Put me on the field and I'll show you what I can do. You can't prove anything sitting on the bench as the fourth-string quarterback. You just stay the fourth-string quarterback unless other people get hurt or suck. The only way you go from fourth to where you want to be is to get on the field. Now they're putting you on the field. People are mad about it.
He's not.
I think he's actually handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
He seems to be saying most of the right stuff. I give him credit. It's just the other people. People who want to get offended on other people's behalf all the time. Everywhere. All aspects of life it's happening right now, and for whatever reason it's happening with Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Either way, tonight, 6 o'clock, NFL Network. He'll take his first snaps in an exhibition game, and I'm sure it'll be a big story all weekend long.
The only thing we'll talk about.
No matter what happens. Be back with GP's Carryout.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week.
But they could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
they always
is always
pull
like
some crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
I guess so.
From what
you guys don't sound too excited. It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
I
want to be phone positive. Want to be phone positive.
Or artists just making some paint up and they just
looks like phone positive material.
Yeah, or a thumbprint. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. Let's wrap this up with GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP. It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Let me just catch you up on the FedEx St. Jude Championship Round 2 underway out of TPC Southwind. As of this moment being 11:38 a.m. Central Time on August 8, 2025, Tommy Fleetwood is your leader. He's 3 under today, so now 10 under for the tournament. He just now making the turn. He's through 9, 63 yesterday, 3 under par today. Tommy Fleetwood, 2-shot lead. He is sitting at 10 under. Here comes Scotty Scheffler. He's sitting at 6 under now, 3 under yesterday, 3 under today. He also just making the turn. So Scotty Scheffler tied for 6 right now, 6 under par, 4 shots off the lead. And even though Scheffler was, I believe, 5 shots off the lead this morning when the round started, he was still the big favorite to win the trophy on Sunday. He's now making up ground, only 4 shots back, and he's got the back 9 to play. You can continue to keep up with it. FedEx St. Jude Championship happening right now. TPC Southwind.
What's today's biggest game?
Let's go to the NFL. Let's go back to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Browns and Panthers. Carolina is a 6-point favorite against Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. Total's 32.5. How you going to act?
I'm gonna take the over on that, Gary. I'm going with the over.
CJ says we're going to score some points tonight.
Yeah.
32.5. Take the over. 6 o'clock kick. NFL Network.
What are we watching on TV?
SmackDown, USA Network tonight. First SmackDown after SummerSlam, where Brock Lesnar came back. He is not advertised to be in attendance tonight. It's in Montreal, but you never know. Just because he's not advertised doesn't mean he won't be there. Cody Rhodes is expected to be there. John Cena is expected to be there. SmackDown, 7 o'clock, USA Network, Montreal, Canada will be the location.
What's the best thing we've read?
Well, over at CBSSports.com right now, Jared Dubin's got a column on the Colts with the Anthony Richardson injury. Daniel Jones was shaky last night while replacing Richardson. He describes the Colts as already, once again, in crisis mode at quarterback. You can go read that if you want to feel sorry for Indianapolis fans. It's on the homepage at CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, on tomorrow, we're gonna go out to the FedEx St. Jude Championship tomorrow. Then we're gonna follow the tournament on Sunday. We'll have a winner on Sunday night, and then we'll be back here on Monday, looking back at the FESJC. Will we get a big name winner or a no name winner? Obviously, we would prefer the former rather than the latter. Michael E's going to join me on Monday as well, so we'll talk golf with him. Should be a fun week. Looking forward to it already. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy mine. CJ, I appreciate your time. Double duty this week. We're going to meet back here Monday at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.